After defeating the wall of flesh, you'll enter one of the hardest periods in Terraria progression. That is, if you're not prepared. See, early hard mode in Terraria can be overwhelming for many new players because of the swarm of new powerful enemies, bosses, and challenges. You go from being super powerful at the end of pre-hard mode to weak in early hard mode. That's why today I'm going over one of my favorite early hard mode weapons in Terraria called the Nimbus Rod. I'll talk about why it's so good, when and how to use it, and briefly how to get it. Remember to leave a like if you enjoy these types of videos. Now let's hop into it. First up, why is the Nimbus Rod so good? When you use the weapon, it spawns a rain cloud to rain down on your foes and constantly deal damage, similar to the Crimson Rod, which has a chance to drop from Crimson Hearts, except the Nimbus Rod does way more damage and can summon 2 clouds instead of 1. There's multiple primary reasons why it's so good. First of all, it's great with invasions. Early hard mode events like the Pirates, Frost Legion, hard mode Blood Moon, and hard mode Goblin Army will be just around the corner after defeating the Wall of Flesh. You can easily deal tons of extra damage by just summoning the clouds and letting them do the work. Even when you die, they'll keep going. Secondly, the Nimbus Rod is great against the Destroyer. Because of his length, the clouds will be able to constantly deal damage to him while he's moving under them. This is especially useful if you're using the classic Destroyer cheese box strategy, where you can literally just place the clouds down and let them do the work while you focus on the probes. Being able to defeat the Destroyer so easily is super useful since he drops tons of valuable stuff like the Hallowed Bars for Hallowed Armor, and Souls of Might for powerful weapons like the Light Discs or Mega Shark. The third reason the Nimbus Rod is so good is longevity. This means that the Nimbus Rod has a long useful life. It's useful no matter which stage of the game you get it in. The beauty of the weapon is that you can summon the clouds and then switch to another weapon to use as your primary, and no matter what stage of hard mode you're in, the clouds will always do a significant amount of damage. Even during the Celestial Pillars in Endgame, you can use the Nimbus Rod above the pillars, and the clouds alone will take down the pillar in about 1 minute and way faster if you're using magic damage accessories. Lastly, the Nimbus Rod is also great for AFK farming. This one should be obvious. While you sit there and let the enemies flow into your pool of lava and step into your traps, summon a rain cloud on each side to add way more damage into the mix. By putting them really high up, you can also help target flying or high jumping enemies. Here are 2 more tips that are useful to know when using the Nimbus Rod. Firstly, in Terraria, the critical strike chance of a projectile is based on the weapon that the player is currently holding. This means that every raindrop from the Nimbus Rod has a critical strike chance of whichever primary weapon you switch to after summoning the clouds. So high crit strike chance weapons like the Sky Fracture are great options since they heavily boost the damage output of the rain clouds. You should also know that each raindrop will trigger damage related set bonuses. So for example, each time a raindrop lands, it will launch a petal from the sky if you're wearing Orichalcum armor, and has a chance to give holy protection if you're wearing hallowed armor. Lastly, how do we actually get the Nimbus Rod? It's obtained with a 6.67% chance in all modes from the Angry Nimbus enemy. They spawn on the surface when it's raining in any biome except for the snow biome. Using the Bloody Tear and drinking a battle potion are 2 of the easiest ways to increase its spawn rate when it's raining. You'll have to defeat about 15 of them to get the Nimbus Rod, so good luck. And that's it. The Nimbus Rod is one of my favorite weapons in Terraria for its high damage and length of usefulness. I still remember when I started playing Terraria on Xbox years ago, this was one of my favorite weapons to use because of how easy it made defeating the Destroyer and getting the Mega Shark. No matter which class you're playing or which stage of the game you're in, it's one of the best secondaries in the game along with the Golden Shower, Vampire Knives, Life Drain, and more. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and have a beautiful day. Till next time, peace.